This is where I want you to stop thinking about your metabolism as your enemy. Your body isn't trying to sabotage you. Your metabolism is responding to signals. The amount of muscle you have, how much you move, what you eat, how well you sleep, and how much stress and recovery your body is experiencing. So, if you want to improve your metabolic health, don't just fight the outcome. Change the signals.
Maybe you've noticed it. The same meal that never seemed to matter in your 30s suddenly seems to show up around your waist. The workouts that used to keep your weight stable don't seem to work quite the same way. You're more tired. You're sitting more. Your sleep isn't always great. And somewhere along the way, you start asking, what happened to my metabolism? It's a question many adults ask after 40. But the answer isn't simply that your metabolism suddenly broke.
When most people hear the word metabolism, they think about how quickly they burn calories. But metabolic health is much broader than that. Your metabolism is the network of processes your body uses to convert nutrients into energy, regulate blood sugar, store and use fuel, build and repair tissue, and keep your cells functioning. So, when we talk about a slow metabolism after 40, we are really talking about changes in how your body manages energy. And that is a much more useful way to think about it.
Here's where the story gets interesting. After 40, several things can change at the same time. You may gradually lose muscle mass if you don't actively preserve it. You may move less during the day. Sleep can become less consistent. Stress can increase. Your diet may change. And body fat, especially visceral fat around the abdomen, can increase. None of these changes happens in isolation. Less muscle means less metabolically active tissue. Less movement means fewer opportunities for your muscles to use glucose. Poor sleep can affect appetite, energy, and metabolic regulation, and over time, these signals can influence your metabolic health. And this is where the usual advice to simply eat less and exercise more starts to feel incomplete.
This is where I want you to stop thinking about your metabolism as your enemy. Your body isn't trying to sabotage you. Your metabolism is responding to signals. The amount of muscle you have, how much you move, what you eat, how well you sleep, and how much stress and recovery your body is experiencing. So, if you want to improve your metabolic health, don't just fight the outcome. Change the signals. The first signal is muscle. Your muscles are more than the tissues that helps you lift, walk, and climb stairs. They are also an important site for glucose uptake and energy use. That is one reason muscle mass becomes increasingly important as we age. This connects directly to our Physician Muscle Reset episode. You don't preserve muscle simply to look stronger. You preserve muscle because strength, physical function, and metabolic health are closely connected. Resistance training, adequate protein, and regular physical activity can help support that muscle.
The second signal is movement, and movement doesn't have to mean spending 2 hours in a gym. A walk after a meal, taking the stairs, standing up instead of sitting for another hour, strength training, moving throughout the day, These simple actions give your muscles more opportunities to use the fuel circulating in your bloodstream. Your body was designed to use energy, and movement reminds it that the energy coming in has somewhere to go. But movement is only one side of the metabolic equation. The third signal is food, not a magic metabolism boosting food, not a detox, not another extreme diet. Your overall eating pattern matters. Meals built around protein, vegetables, fiber-rich foods, and minimally processed foods can create a very different metabolic environment from a diet dominated by highly processed foods and excess calories. And protein deserves special attention after 40 because maintaining muscle becomes increasingly important. So instead of asking, "What's the fastest diet to lose weight?" ask, "What kind of eating pattern supports the body I want to have 10 years from now?" And the fourth signal is one we just explored in the Sleep Reset episode: recovery. Sleep isn't simply time when you're doing nothing. It's part of the body's regulatory system. Sleep, stress, appetite, energy, and glucose regulation are interconnected. If you're constantly pushing your body without enough recovery, your metabolic health can suffer. So your metabolic reset isn't complete if you're ignoring sleep.
This is your Physician Metabolic Reset. 4 signals. Move. Give your muscles regular opportunities to use fuel. Build. Protect the muscle that keeps you strong and supports metabolic function. Fuel. Build your meals around protein, fiber-rich foods, and minimally processed foods. And finally, recover. Protect your sleep and give your body time to recover. Move, build, fuel, and recover. You see, this isn't a crash diet. It isn't a 7-day metabolism hack. It's a long-term strategy for improving the signals your body receives.
And this is why the Physician Longevity Reset isn't about fixing one problem at a time. Your energy affects how you move. Movement helps preserve muscle. Muscle influences how your body handles glucose. Sleep supports recovery. And metabolism determines how your body manages the fuel needed to keep these systems working. Your body isn't a collection of isolated parts. It's a system, and the goal isn't perfection. The goal is resilience.
So, here is your Physician Reset challenge this week. Don't try to change everything. Pick one signal. Move a little more. Strengthen your muscles. Improve one meal. Or protect your sleep, then build from there. If you haven't watched the Muscle Reset or Sleep Reset episodes, watch those next because they are part of the same system. I am Dr. E.I. Williams. And remember, longevity is not about adding more years to your life. It's about adding more life to your years. I see you in the next Physician Longevity Reset.